Hey, it's Tom from Pack Hacker, and in this video we're taking a detailed look at the Trakke Laggan accessory pouch that I've been testing over the course of the last 2 weeks. If you like this video, make sure to hit like and subscribe so we can keep bringing you more just like this one. Let's dive in. All right, starting with the outside, we have this nice in the hand feeling waxed canvas. It's got that classic feel, kind of a very heritage feel to it, which I like. A lot of Trakke products do that. Handmade in Scotland, I think that goes along really well with the waxed canvas. Again, that heritage vibe just through and through. We have some weather resistant YKK zippers on the outside too. It's gonna give you some decent weather resistance along with the main outer material here. And then we have these little loops here, which are really grabbable, kind of fun to operate. You know, it zips around these corners relatively well. Typically with bags, we see like design like this, it can stick around the corner a bit, but I haven't really had that issue with this, and I think a lot of it is due to the way this zipper pull is designed. Now I have seen this zipper pull, it's a little bit thin. I have seen this pop off or break off on some other Trakke products where I've used these similar zipper pulls. On one of the travel packs we've tested and had in some very long-term durability testing, we've seen that. So it's gonna last a while, and there's no problem with the YKK zippers themselves, but with these zipper pulls, we have seen them bust off on a couple of different occasions. So just note that if you're gonna be picking this up. Again, it's a pouch, you're not gonna be like grabbing on this, it's not gonna really get a lot of exterior, you know, it's not gonna get a lot of wear and tear if it's always inside of a bag. However, it's just something to note. All right, and then there's a little handle here. This is really nice to put on your hand if you want to flay this thing open and take a look at what's inside. I've also been kind of joking around that you can carry this in like mini briefcase mode, which is kind of fun. But it is nice to have that handle on the exterior. And then last but not least, we have a pocket in the back here. I've got some field notes in there. It's also great for the size of like a passport. A little bit hard to get things in depending on how you have this packed inside. It can get a little bit jammed in there. And then I'm always like getting a little nervous about having stuff on the exterior here. And right now I've got it pretty filled up on the inside, but like, you know, it does have the ability to kind of knock loose depending on what you have in here and depending on how full the inside of this pouch is. Checking out the inside, I'm glad that this happened when I opened this up. So with these liner pockets on the right side, there's no real grip to them. And you can see that this anchor power brick was just already out. So if I have things in there, they tend to kind of slide around very easily because there's no elasticity, no grip there. So maybe what you put in here will work a little bit better than what I have in here. But things do tend to slip around on these side liner pockets. Just a battery bank on that side. And then I've got 2 cables in the back here that were kind of bulking that up. So I don't really love that the stuff doesn't really stay in place in these 2 liner pockets. Your mileage may vary if that bothers you or not. Again, it depends on what you put in here as well. All right, back liner pocket. So you saw I had those kind of cables back there. You could also throw like that Field Notes notebook I had quite easily back there. A little elastic loop here for a pen too, which is a nice little place for it. And I like that everything in here is orange. So I have a lot of black gear. It really turns the lights on inside of this thing and allows me to see what's going on inside. So I'll just pull out this regular sized pen. I've got like a travel pen on this side, which I'll get to in a second. So this handle is nice if you want to just have your hand back here and open it up a little bit. You kind of, you know, get like a nice little grip on it. You can kind of hold it open with a book. If you're just carrying this around, you know, with you wherever, it's nice to have that option and really stays kind of locked into your hand nicely on the back. Allows you to get a look at what's inside. Opens up, lays flat on the table, which is also another nice feature. Let me take these out of this side before we focus on the left. So you can also notice that I'm packing like relatively flat items. It does get a little bit bulky, but now that this side is empty, you can see that this notebook slides in and out quite a bit easier. So that's what I was kind of talking about before. If you have an item in here and you want to keep it like gripped in, it might be a little bit challenging to do with the design of this outer pocket the way that it is. All right, getting on to the left-hand side here, we've got you know, 1, 2 larger elastic areas for putting in gear, and then 3 smaller ones. So if you have like small pens or markers or things like that, you can put that on the left here. And then I've just got a cable down here in the middle. If you have like a multi-tool or like a Leatherman, I've seen people do that. And you have a good amount of stretch here as well to that. So that's a nice little feature. This pen too is staying locked in. Normally when I have this little travel pen, it tends to slip out of areas, but it's nice and tight elastic, and it's got some texture to it as well, which helps kind of grip that in place a little bit. So I'm gonna set that off to the side. And then I've just got a Magic Mouse back here. This pocket is basically the same as this side, but inversed. So I've got that sitting down there. Magic Mouse, again, relatively flat. Pretty hardcore, like metal keychain strap here too, which I think goes along with Trakke's heritage vibe in their feel. Like everything is just very like, you know, it's really nicely designed. It gets chunky in some areas, which is cool. It's just got the like heritage kind of durable vibe to it, which I dig. And I've just got a little Tom Bin Ghost Whale pouch here. I think this is supplementing something that you don't have in this pouch, which is a separate zippered compartment. So I carry a lot of small travel tech with me, like an AirTag, you know, a lightning to headphone converter, and like a Apple Watch charger. So I have, and then I've got usually like a thumb drive in here too. So with those smaller items, I like to have them zipped up so they don't fly all around, because if you got this power bank that's sliding out of here, that's okay, you can locate it. But you know, if you have like an AirTag in here and that slips out, it could go anywhere, or like you open this thing up and it flies out. So I like to have the security of an interior zippered pocket when it comes to pouches. So there you have it, the Trakke Laggan mini accessory organizer. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. See you in the next one.